video. Vandaag is het thema, een Indianen, hoe heet het? Huh? Bijeenkomst, ja. Nou, zoals je al ziet zit hier een hut. Dus we kunnen alvast erin kijken. Ik heb hier in video's waarvan ik allemaal kleine filmpjes heb gemaakt van dit evenement. En dan monteer ik het in elkaar. Dus we zien wel wat eruit komt. Kom maar mee. een trommel schilderen. Nou, dit is de trommel. Kijk, ik heb een adelaar uitgekozen en die ga ik zo neerzetten. En ik heb deze veer uitgekozen die ik even neergezet om het te laten zien wat ongeveer de resultaat zal zijn.
Komt jouw assistent aan? Oh, je bent er.
Ja, ik ben er al. En het zal ongeveer zo eruit zien.
Ja.
Dus, let's get started. Om even te laten zien hoe ver ik nu ben in het proces. Dit is bijna klaar. De veer moet nog. En de achtergrond. Dus, dat wordt nog best wel een werkje. Zo. Tot zo. Zo. Nu heb ik ook de veren gedaan. Met bepaalde effecten van kleuren. Dus allemaal verschillende kleuren dan ja, dier. Dames en heren. Nou, dit is het eindresultaat van de ene kant van de trommel. En nu nog lekker wachten tot alles lekker droog is. Zo, hij is nu droog.
Yeah, it's what a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be thankful. I'm gonna open up again with another flute song because it's just quite appropriate to do. Did anybody see my eagle feather?
Je weet het nog beter zijn.
So,
I put it there.
Oké.
Guilty as charged.
so welcome for those who are here for the first time tonight. For the second time tonight, welcome back. For the first time, welcome. And my name is Dahani Agüeros, the cutter of stone. David R. Miracle from the Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory, from Ontario, Canada. I live along the Bay of Quinte, a very special place. It's known as the Peacemakers Territory. And a lot of my inspiration comes from the stories and the legends of my people and other indigenous nations that I hang out with and want to learn and apply these beautiful teachings to my life. So one teaching I'm just going to share with you. You all want to hear a traditional teaching about the eagle feather?
Yes, please.
So the eagle feather The eagle, number one, I'm going to tell you a story about how the birds receive their song. So a long time ago, the Creator, Gus that gave the birds a beautiful flight in the sky towards the spirit world. He made them all shapes and sizes, gave them all beautiful feathers, the down we use in our pillows, and we cover our bodies with the down-filled blankets the duvets in the evening. We can thank these birds for those things and the gifts, the food. There's medicine in the birds. They bring medicine. Without the birds and the bees, we wouldn't have what we have today. So I honor the birds big time. They're the ones, a lot of times that people want to know certain things in their walk when they come across beautiful things like a lake or stream filled with fish. And they wonder, how did the fish get in that lake? Does anybody know how the fish got in the lake? How's that? They swam there, okay, but the lake is just a lake with no other little streams going there.
By the flippers of the bird.
How's that?
By the flippers of the bird.
Okay, she's getting close. So what would happen, we have these birds, and I see the birds here, the same birds, and those are the cranes and the different birds with the scales on their legs. So they fly into some of the lakes and the streams and the rivers, and they pick up the spawn and the eggs, and they fly up to these other lakes and streams, and they go down there, and this is where all the fish came from. So the birds are very important. So the Creator said, He said, it's such a beautiful time. Today is a beautiful day, and I want to treat you birds to a beautiful song. I want you all to have your own voice to be able to communicate amongst yourselves. So he said, tonight, before the sun comes up, I want you all to meet in the valley at this big council rock, this big rock in the valley. He said, and I will instruct you on how you're going to receive your songs. So all the birds, they showed up. It was nighttime, so they had to use their mind and fly and get there the best way they could without running into trees and all this stuff. And they know these things, how to fly at night, so they made their way to the rock. The Creator's standing there, and he says to the birds, okay, he said, the bird that can fly the highest into the heavens, into the spirit world, will receive the greatest song of all the birds. Has anybody ever heard this song? Oh, really? Awesome. One person? Two people. Great one. So the birds were all gathered, and they're kind of looking each other over. And some of them, in their mind, were probably curious and actually not curious. They were wondering, how on earth am I going to receive a song when I'm standing beside these massive birds of prey and these aerodynamic machines that can just take off and soar, and they're going to beat me. I just know it. So the sun was just behind that mountain, and this little birdie's looking to the left, right? He's checking everything out, and he could see the silhouettes of these birds, and nobody was looking, and he jumped up on the back of the eagle. The sun just poked up over the hill, and the birds took off towards the heavens. And as each bird would fly, they'd fly to the capacity of their strength in their body. They would turn and they'd pick up a beautiful little song. The little songbirds we hear, and off in the distance, they picked up their song, and we listen to those and we enjoy those. But now we see these birds. Just picture these birds flying, and there's just a few of the large birds left in the sky. And all of a sudden, we see there's only one bird left in the sky, and it's the eagle. And the eagle's looking around. He could just see all the last birds taking their flight back to Earth, back to Mother Earth. And the eagle thought to himself, I am going to get the most magnificent song of all the birds. I'm going to fly just a little bit higher. So he's putting more effort into those prayers, and more effort into what he wants in his life. And he's going up higher, and he's like, oh my God, I'm so tired, but I gotta do one more. So he's like, up his wings go, and just as he's coming down, the little bird riding on board woke up, all fresh as a daisy and ready to go. So he flew out of the, and the eagle felt something, and he turned, and they caught eyes, and they're looking at each other, and the little bird's like, uh-oh, and the eagle's like, mm-hmm. So the little bird, the elders tell me that this is why we hear the greatest song of all the birds, because that little bird is in the bulrushes, and that's where we hear the greatest song, because he cheated to get his song, and he has to hide the rest of his life from the eagle, the hermit thrush, because he knows the eagle's going to get eaten with him. So the Creator looked over the whole situation. He knows everything that's going on somewhat. He's sort of Great Spirit. So he thought to himself, you know, there's a good lesson to be learned here. So he brought the eagle over, and he prayed with the eagle, and he said, I'm going to make you my messenger bird. So you're going to take the prayers of the people, and you're going to fly with your power the closest you can to the spirit world. You're going to release the prayers of the people. And then you're going to circle around, and when I give you the answer to come back to the earth, you're going to go to those people. I look for the eagle in my life, so it's like a confirmation to our people. So when we're out doing things and we're looking for a confirmation that we're on the right path and we're doing the right thing at the right time, an eagle will appear to us. And that's the Creator telling us, good job, good deed. So when we hold an eagle feather, it's very special to our people. When you see our people fighting on the lines and standing up for what we believe in, those oil pipelines going through our land, and we know that they're not going to last. We know that they're going to crack open and spill and go into the land, and they're going to pollute our fish, and then our fish are going to be eaten by our deer and our buffalo, and all these different animals are going to be affected by man's greed. So when we hold these up, there's people that stop people with these feathers as well, because we're holding something. And if you know the power and feel the power of an eagle feather, and when you know about this eagle feather, it is the most powerful thing you can have in your possession. So we pass these around our circles in the longhouse. And in different native communities, you'll always see a feather come out, and we hold them up, and nobody will talk over you when you're holding the feather, because you're now holding something that's been the closest to our Maker. So the elders also went on to tell me, David, the eagle. So the eagle ended up being the messenger bird to the spirit world. And he ended up getting a squawk, but the Creator was so gracious with him and wanted him to be seen and heard all the time. So this is why we wear the feathers everywhere on us to honor that bird. And also the elders tell me, that's where I go to get my source of knowledge, is from my elders. And the ones that are walking before me, I go to them because they've already beaten the path down for me. There's so many stories. It's like when we're coming out of the womb of our mother, there's that little blood spot, that umbilical cord. So as we travel this up a little bit further, it's like a creamy white looking at the bottom of an eagle feather. And they say that's when we first come into the world. We're babies, and we can't really see anything, but there's some light there. And we're like flailing about and acting like a little baby would act. So as we do these things, then all of a sudden, bam, little spank comes on that butt, and you take that first breath of life, and your eyes open up. You're up here into the stem, this white part of the stem. Now your eyes are open. You don't know what you're looking at, but everything is big, and it's bright, and it's in your eyes. So as we travel this stem here on this eagle feather, we travel and we have to rely on all of our teachings from our ancestors, from our ancestral heritage, from our elders, even from the little ones. They'll teach us when they come out how to be young again, how to appreciate life. So we travel up here, we're halfway through our life. We're maybe in our 50s. Now we really have to start relying on those teachings because that path is narrowing out. You see that path on that feather? That's our path, and it's also getting darker. Our eyes are starting to fail. So we have to take those steps very gently and know what we're going to, know where we're coming from. And as we get way up here, we really rely on our hearts, and my language, we say, I'll get me gumora, that mind, that good mind, that feeds us and watches over us. Gano Rumpwa is what we talk, and that's medicine. Our words are medicine, whether it's good or bad, it's medicine. It can be bad medicine or good medicine. When we get to the very tip of the feather, boy, it's great having this spotlight right here because I can really see it good now. But there's a little hair at the top of the feather. That's the umbilical cord to the spirit world. So when we hold that up, we connect with our ancestors, we connect with the sky world and all the natural world. When we hold it down, we're connecting to the world around us, that world around us that we live. When we start moving it around, we connect with everybody, with humanity. When we wear these, we dance for ourselves and our family. We dance for prosperity in our nation, in our family, that we have the food and clothes. So I'm going to recite a poem that I wrote. I usually do this with music, but actually, if there's a drummer in the house that would like to come up and give me a heartbeat, come on up. Yep. Oh. So a nice soft beat. No Hollywood beats here, guys. Velvet grounds and feathered skies. I see a flint-tipped arrow pass me by. I see a baby on a mother's back. I see a red man with a treasured pack. Speaking winds and caressing waves will guide the hearts of the indigenous brave. Come back, my love. There's deer, there's bear, and there's towering moose, all here to give us food and clothes. But wait, evil comes, and with them, they bring loaded guns. They branded us all savage beasts, as we invited them to come and feast. We shook each other's hands, not knowing of any evil plans. We fought with strength, no fear was known, with women and children by our side. Much blood was shed, mothers cried. We tried to hold to our traditions, our lives now caught in intermission. Peace has faded throughout red lands. Greed has got the upper hand. Thank you very much. So for those of you who were not here the first time, I'll tell you just a little bit about this drum. So this is an Iroquois water drum, and it's very special. This drum would carry sound across the earth, across Mother Earth, underneath, into the water veins. And miles away there would be people listening, and they could decipher the sound coming from this drum. So here it is semi-wet. Here it is when it's fully wet. So we sing to the sound of the drum. We sing, we move with the feeling of our heart. So I'm just going to sing a little song. We do a lot of songs to honor creation, to honor the earth, the longhouse that I attend. We do all of our seasons. We have a dance for every season, for every animal. I am of the bear clan, Wari, the bear, and the bear is the maker of the law. And also the bear hibernates for the winter, and he comes out after a good long rest, and he starts setting his laws down. The wolves are there in our culture to enforce the law, and the wolf people. So we have these clans that help us to move through our territories and to know who we are with our names and our stories and our ways and our means to survive. Then we have the turtle people. This turtle necklace here was given to me by my dad. Actually, it wasn't given to me. I took it. My dad passed away, and people were going up to my dad's house and they wanted things, and they were taking things like refrigerators and stoves and all these weird things that, that anybody can get anywhere. So I knew where my dad hung these things. So I went and took his moccasins. The turtle to us, nowhere. It's our calendar. So the back of the turtle, there's 13 designs. Before the Europeans came over to North America, and we started learning the ways, and they brought the calendars, and they made us follow these other things. To be able to do business with people, we had to follow this international calendar, but we still follow the turtle's back. So around the perimeter of the turtle, there's 28 designs, this little snapping turtle. The days of the month, the woman's cycle, the 13 months of the year. So we follow that. On the back of our turtles, there's 4 directions. The circle of life. All these things that we take into consideration when we're teaching our young people so they have that good path to walk and that medicine. And to know where that sacred fire is they can go to at any time. Does anybody know where the sacred fire is built? Can I see anybody just with that knowledge?
In yourself.
Who said that? Because you were at the workshop yesterday.
Sneak preview.
So yes, that sacred fire is right inside you. So if you never need to go there, people always ask me, hey, we hear there's a sacred fire. Where can we go? And I just have to stop. And we always laugh as indigenous people. We laugh at them when they're running around trying to find the sacred fire. Just stop and look within you. And when we pray in, how many directions do we pray?
4.
Oh, there's more than that. How many?
7.
Yes. So those 7 is north, south, east, west, up, down, and inward. So when we pray to those directions. And we should do that on a daily basis. Don't ever forget to be thankful for what we have, where you're going, but put effort into your prayer. Because if you don't put effort into your prayer, you might as well not pray, because you're not really praying. You're just doing some lip service to make people happy around you and make them think that you're doing something great. But do it for yourself. If your back hurts, Get down on your knees. If you're hurting, if you got arthritis or whatever is going on with you, get out of your comfort zone and show the Creator that you're willing to put effort into your prayers. When somebody gives you a car, your parents buy you a car or something, wash that up, polish that, show them that you appreciate it. No different than when Sunglat Diesel gives us things. Show the Creator that we're appreciative of what we got. Take care of it. Don't let people talk over you and tell you that you have to do things this way. Do it in your heart and follow like people that you can follow and do these things. So I'm going to sing a song. I don't know how much time I have, but enough. Enough?
He's still sitting there. Don't go.
Door is locked.
Don't go. Don't go.
Say go it's gonna go it's gonna go how we need guy now we are here. Say go it's gonna go it's gonna go how we need guy now we are here on the way. Honey, oh, honey, it's gonna go, it's gonna go, how we need, now we are here, say go, it's gonna go, it's gonna go, how we need, now we are here, say go, it's gonna go, it's gonna go, how we need, now we are here, on the way, honey, oh, on the way. It's gonna go, it's gonna go, how we need, now we are here, yo-ho. Want to hear this again?
Yes, of course.
So for all you that came earlier, I'll tell it quickly. It's from Switzerland. So I try to honor many nations when I travel. I usually have an African with me, a Chinese guy, and a guy from India. I was just in Pakistan. So I took a few instruments to Pakistan. I played with the most amazing players there. Very professional, the singers, the tablas, the sitars. But I like to buy instruments or have them, usually they're gifted to me from other countries. And I will honor the country by playing their instrument and adding it to what I do. So when I'm alone, I do all this kind of stuff together. But I was over in Pakistan, a quick story. So I was over there, I brought all my things over, and it was funny because they didn't know why I was really coming into their country, and I'm carrying things like this and like this. And this in the suitcase looks like a rocket launcher. So they're like wondering, why am I bringing these things? And I'm just so bold coming across the border with them. So all the soldiers were around me and they said, open your case. Open that case. So I'm like, my heart's starting to flutter a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm the only foreigner in the whole country here, and I'm going to open the case. Open the case. They're looking in there, and what's that? Oh, this? So I pull it out, and they go, and they're all like standing back, and I go, so I start playing some music to the boys, and they're all like relaxing, and I could see them smiling. And I was like, oh, thank you. It's working, you know. So we call these flutes love flutes, because when we play, and there's a Kokapelli. I don't know if anybody.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, they made them very famous in the South. So Kokapelli used to go around and play flutes and play to the crops, and things would grow, because when we put beauty even into the water, when we tell water we love water, water cleans itself, right? So snowflakes and things that are dirty, you can actually see them. You can see the beautiful patterns in snowflakes under a microscope. So when we do these things, we actually clean the environment with love, and it's amazing. You know, so when we fight, when we're here and you see our people fighting and standing on front lines and fighting, we fight for what we believe in. And we fight, and our women are the first ones out on the line. And our women go out there, and they're the ones to say, no, you're not coming any further. So you touch our women, then the men will step up. And they'll beat your ass down. So, you know, it's like that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to protect our women, the life givers, the ones that protect that water. So when I get over there, I finally get to where I'm going to be, and I'm like, oh my God. So I checked into the room. I have my coffee. I get up in the morning. I hear them praying outside. I couldn't even sleep. So I get up and I'm kind of thinking about my day. What am I going to do with my day? So I walk outside with a coffee and I go to take a sip. And as I look up, there's 16 eagles flying around me. It's like, whoa, I am supposed to be here. So they said, I get a messenger come to the house and said, look, you're got to be ready for tonight. You're going to be doing a talk at the University of Pakistan in Lahore. So they said, we're going to be sending a car for you. So I get a military escort there. So I get there, and it's like the university is surrounded by razor wire. And they have soldiers all walking around there. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I feel like I'm in a movie or in a dream or something. So they're checking under the car. We finally get in. And I'm doing a teaching on the medicine wheel and on our people. They want to hear more about indigenous culture, as you people here do. And it's amazing how our way of life is needed at this stage of the game in the world, because things are taking a left turn here and there. And we have people being elected into power that's, you know, they're making things iffy. So I won't go on about with politics or anything, but I am in the university, and we're doing this beautiful thing. We went out and picked up stones, so I'm a stone sculptor. I've sculpted for many dignitaries around the world. I put effort into those stories and put them into the stone so they're documented forever, so our stories and things will live on. So as I'm talking, we run out to I said, let's get some stones, bring them back in, we're going to study them, and I want everybody to tell me what they see in the stone. And I want to see if you see what I see. So everybody's saying, oh yeah, we see penguins in that one, we see tadpoles in this one, we see, you know, whatever. They were just making up all this stuff. And I said, yeah, I can see it, you're convincing me. So after I just wanted to open up the floor to people to ask some questions. So the first question, this girl puts her hand up. And I said, yes. And she said to me, she said, were you scared coming to our country? And I'm like, geez, what a question to be asked. Like right off the hop, but we're talking about artwork, and she asked me if I'm scared coming to the country. So I stopped for a minute, and I thought to myself, what am I going to say? So I said, you know what? Absolutely not. Why would I be scared when my family is here and they have you surrounded? And that's a pretty bold statement to make in front of people, and I got like all kinds of people from the country there around me. So I said, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, and they kind of looked like, yes, we are. So I said, everybody on your seats, let's go outside and meet my family. So we walked outside, and I said to everybody, I said, quickly look up. And I pointed at the sun. I said, that's my eldest brother. I said, he's here with me. And you have the same brother here? We're family. Family doesn't hurt family. I said, this is awesome. I said, wow, and that sky above us, that's the roof. We all stand under the same roof. He said, so that makes us family. I said, family doesn't hurt family. And then I said, tonight when you walk outside and you look to the heavens and you see the sky speckled with them stars, those are my young brothers and sisters. I said, wow, they're here too, eh? Eh? So I said, walk gently on the way back in. That's my mother you're stepping on. And when we got back into the university, you could have heard a pin drop. And then I played a song. We totally got away from the artwork, and everybody wanted to talk about the celestial beings and stuff. So it was a great time to be there and share culture. So this is something that's in a 528 hertz frequency. I hope you enjoy it. It's a hang drum from Switzerland.
direct uitverkocht. Voor CD's en
Kijk.
Dat is een goed teken. We gaan afsluiten. Aan alles komt een einde. Ik wil bedanken dat jullie er waren. Ik hoop dat jullie het heel leuk gevonden hebben. Hoop hebben geleerd van David en van deze dag. En hopelijk tot de volgende keer.
Zeker.